hiker, everyone. Hi, hiker. Well, welcome. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I mean, a fantastic day, because I am, and guess what? It is time to do some chatting. Chatting. You know? Also, hey, hiker, hiker. Sorry, I was a bit late, everyone, by the way. I had just finished up in the shower and I hadn't had lunch yet, so... You know, having lunch now. I needed to take that long to get lunch ready. It was maybe a bit long, but you know. Also, showers are very important because without a shower, I feel like I am not doing a very good job at taking care of myself, you know? Also, hi, hiker, kind of Connie, Burner. Oh, thank you, kind of Connie. That's extremely kind of you to say. That's very kind of you. Hope I'm having a great lunch. I am having a decent lunch. It's soup. Tomato soup, to be specific. I like soup. Soup is great. Soup is one of my, not guilty pleasures, but it's like a pleasure of mine, at least. Not necessarily quite guilty or anything. It is a pleasure, though. I just like having soup. It's nice. Like, you get to eat it like it's almost like you're drinking something, but at the same time, you're not quite really drinking something because, you know, it's weird. I don't know the best way to put it about soup, but you know what I mean when I say soup is nice, right? I mean, obviously. Soup is obviously nice. So, how has everyone's weeks been? Because my week has been, well, rather full of me having not the greatest sleeps. And also, unfortunate amounts of time where I should be doing something or I want to do something, but then after wanting to do that thing, I'm like, And by I mean my brain is like, well, then Iker, you are just not going to do this thing, you know? Because, yeah, it kind of gets like that, which is very unfortunate. It just happens, you know? Like, sometimes you want to do something, you get on your computer or your laptop or something, and it's just like, you open up this thing, and your brain is like, hold on, before I do this, I have to blah blah. And then you do blah blah, but that actually prevents you from even doing that thing in the first place. I should really take showers earlier in the morning as well, because taking showers taking showers taking showers just before the stream is about to start is never gonna end well, at least from what I can tell. Like, seriously. Showers are nice, and I stay in them for way too long. Sometimes probably using up more water than I should. Because, you know, water costs money. I actually don't pay for the water though. My parents do. So I really, really, really should stop having so long showers. Because long showers are Not good for money. Not good for saving money either. Like, seriously. You probably shouldn't have super long showers. And they're also not good whenever someone else wants to use the bathroom. Although my house kinda has this thing where it's not as worrisome because the house has 3 bathrooms. So if anyone needs to go to the toilet, they can go in a different bathroom. But you know, shower. They're important. Literally, you before the start of every assignment gotta shower before you start. You know what? That's fair enough. When I go for showers, I just think, this nice hot shower is rolling down my skin. It is nice and warm. And oh no, I've stayed in here for too long already. I need to finish up. Oh no. And then I scramble to do all the shower things, you know, all the standard shower things. Well, I don't wash my hair enough. Because of the brain things. But still, I scramble through my shower, get out, and then I'm too late to stream if I'm showering before I'm streaming, I mean. Because, like, you know, soup is fantastic. I love soup. It's wonderful. Wonderful. What's your favorite type of soup, chat? If you have a favorite type of soup, that is to say. Because, well, there are a lot of different types of soup, and a lot of them are pretty nice. I personally really like tomato soup, though it's not necessarily the greatest thing. But tomato soup is something I really like a lot, you know? I also like pea and ham soup, but I probably like tomato soup better just because of the taste. Though sometimes I will, you know, sometimes when you leave tomato soup out for too long, as in like months or almost years, it actually coalesces into this sludge thingy. And let me tell you, the sludge thingy does not look very appetizing. Lentil soup with lemon? I've never had lentil soup before. That sounds interesting. What's lentil soup like? Lentils are like those snow peas, right? Or chickpeas or something like that. Something along those lines, right? I think. But I have never yet had lentil soup before. But with lemon, I guess makes sense, I guess. I mean, I just do not have it because I do not like the taste. And I get terrified of fruit, honestly. It's like way too scary for me. Even the teeniest bit sometimes. I say this while I am eating a tomato soup. Regardless though, tomato doesn't exactly count as fruit. Although there are some fruit-based things which I don't actually mind that much. Like, for some reason, strawberry lollipops I really like. I don't know why I really like strawberry lollipops exactly. But they are very tasty, and I like how delicious they are. It's probably something to do with the artificial flavoring or something rather than anything to do with like actual fruit flavored stuff, because artificial flavoring is very good, and also it's the texture. The texture hurts as well. I really do not like texture when it comes to fruits. I like texture when it comes to other things, though. Other important things. It depends on how you make it. Do you like the thick broth version where there are no seeds for lentil soup? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh yeah, speaking of seeded soups, I also like pumpkin soup. Pumpkin is very tasty, especially when you put garlic bread into it. My family always eats garlic bread together with pumpkin soup. It's actually delicious, but I still like tomato soup better. I should probably tell my parents that, though. It is interesting. Well, not necessarily interesting, but you know, it's tasty. Garlic bread is tasty. I love garlic bread. I don't know why garlic bread is sold with pizza, though. That's something that I'm not sure of. That is something I am personally not sure of. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. Anyway, regardless, you don't eat soup that often, so you guess you'll say potato soup? That's fair enough. That's totally fair enough. Potato soup. I don't think I've ever had potato soup before. It must be interesting tasting. You always stayed away from pumpkin soup due to a bad experience. You are unfortunate that your first experience with pumpkin soup was not well made. Yeah, I know how that feels. Bad experiences with foods will always put you off trying that particular food in the future. Or even a whole category of food. It's not very fun, to tell you the truth. Like, not fun at all. At all, at all, at all, at all. You know what I mean? A bit of soup fell onto my chin, so I had to get it off. You know, soup is definitely very messy in comparison to other foods, though. It's definitely incredibly messy. One of the messier types of food, but I like it. Turns out the pumpkin, the fruit they used for the pumpkin soup was rotten. That does not sound like a very good pumpkin soup. Ouch. No wonder you didn't have a very good experience with it if it was rotten. I hope... Yeah. There was a hair in my mouth for some reason. But I hope in the future, when you eat stuff, it's less rotten. As a matter of fact, not rotten at all, because rotten foods are not very tasty, you know? Anyways, I am now slightly interested in something. I would like to figure out exactly why does canned soup become mushy eventually does not have two V's like her. Eventually does not have two V's. Anyways. apparently they'll last indefinitely, but there's no guarantee that food's texture and taste will be the same as when you first bought it years past the expiration date. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And foods that are acidic will expire sooner. I'm pretty sure tomato soup is pretty acidic, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Tomato soup is quite the acidic thingy, I think. You know? Anyways, I should probably finish my soup, or at least continue eating my soup, because I have just simply left it here. In this room where there is air conditioning on, it is still winter. It is 30 degrees almost outside. Still winter. Late August in Australia. I really do not want it to be so hot all the time during the day. It's not great. It's not great at all. It's the same way with eggplant. The only way to eat it is if it's grilled. Interesting. Interesting. I dropped some tomato soup on my shirt as well. I am not a big fan of dropping things into tomato soup. They are not very healthy. Dropping food on my clothes. I do it way too much, honestly. I should probably be more careful when I am eating. Like, seriously. Food-stained clothing is not fun to wear, in case you were aware. Maybe I should pick up the bowls or plates more often. That would hopefully make it easier. How hot do the summers get where you are? Ooh. The summers, they tend to get upwards of 27 degrees, sometimes upwards of 30 degrees, but usually not 30 degrees. Which is why I am not very happy it is 30 degrees in winter currently at this moment. It's not fun. It's not fun at all, especially when I want to go outside and do some walking and stuff. Because if you do some walking, especially if it's in the hot daytime, fly. Not a fly, but a bug. Away, bug. Away. It is a very tiny bug, just to be clear, but it is still a bug. Also, I have some tea. Tea. I like tea. Tea is my favorite thing. You're here now? What did I miss? I don't know why I am singing this song. I feel like I am being a little bit silly, but that is good. Silly is good. I like being silly. It's fun. It is fantastical and great. I love it. Anyways, I should continue my soup, as I was saying. I really need to get a handkerchief as well, because, well, a lot of the time I leave soup stains on my cheek too. What's so funny? Nothing, I just sang. And I don't know why I sang. And that's funny to me. Also, hi Hiker, Rita PHS. Hi Hiker. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Perhaps the answer is something approaching that. Wait, a bug? No, just a normal bug. No Maxi here. Speaking of Maxi, the ban list. Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk now, which will probably be incomprehensible for a few people, but yeah. It's fine, I think. Anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk. Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk, Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk, Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk. The ban list is not out yet for some reason. Konami keeps posting things that are not the ban list. Like, seriously, they seriously have way too many things they are posting that are not the ban list, when they should be instead posting the ban list. They said the ban list would be the end of August. It's the end of August. Konami, where is the ban list? Anyways. Soup. It's fine by you personally. You get to play other TCG for longer. Grand Archive and Vanguard have been a lot of fun lately. That's completely fair. That is absolutely, totally fair. Kinda. Though, I personally just want the ban list to be over and done with so people can stop complaining about it already. Like, seriously. Yeah. I really would just like the ban list to be out already. Imagine if the ban list came out during the stream. That would be kind of hilarious, but I doubt it will happen because that'd be a bit silly. I'm not posting. That's not how the ban list works, unfortunately. That's not how the ban list works. You don't think the ban list is going to fix anything? Well, I do. I personally think the ban list is going to ban a lot of the problem cards that make Snake Eye such a good deck. Because, like, seriously, the cards really need to be banned. Like, really. It's kind of a shame the current meta is so oppressive, but the ban list dropping on stream would be so funny. Yeah! It'd also be perfect because I could do my reaction on stream. Because this is just a chatting stream, and in chatting streams, you know, you're free to do anything you want as long as it's just like chatting about things. I have seen the fake ban list stuff though, which, I mean, the fake ban list is very funny. The ban list itself, not really, but like, well, actually, yeah, the ban list itself is kind of hilarious with exactly what they're doing in it. Like, the fake ban list has the first ban, Nemesis Flag. It takes place on September. No, I won't say it. It's too dumb. It's way too dumb. Did I get a chance to watch the Nintendo Direct last night? Unfortunately not. Also, hi Heiko on night. I forgot to say that. Hi Heiko. Welcome, welcome. But no, I did not watch the Nintendo Direct. I do not tend to watch Nintendo Directs, actually. I tend to absorb stuff from, you know, just going around the internet and seeing what people talk about. Because it is fun seeing what they talk about. You know? It should be within a few days, at the very least. Friday or just before Saturday. Among Us collabed with Solitaire. No, it's not Solitaire, it's Balatro. Balatro and Solitaire are two totally different things. Balatro is playing poker against a computer, but no actual money. Solitaire is just building stacks of cards. At least I think it is. I haven't really played Solitaire before. Well, I actually have played Solitaire before, but I don't really have much of a memory regarding it. Solitaire is a silly game. How messed up would it be if Master Duel very suddenly used the same bandwidth the TCG does right now? I don't know. I think it would be pretty messed up. But I'd honestly prefer it to the current Master Duel ban list because it would be banning Max C. I do not like Max C. Solitaire is a boomer game? Yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely a boomer game, definitely fits within the confines of the boomer games. You just found it very silly that Among Us did that? That's fair enough, that's fair enough. Among Us is a very silly game, though. It's made by the same people who made the Henry Stickmin collection, if you didn't know. I mean, obviously it is, if you do know both Among Us and the Henry Stickmin collection, because the Henry Stickmin Among Us's airship level is literally an entire reference to the Henry Stickmin collection. Like, seriously, it's a massive, huge reference, and basically everything is in it. Well, actually, it's a reference specifically to Henry Escape the Airship, I think it's called. Infiltrating the airship, right? Or something. Yes, infiltrating the airship. That is literally the exact same airship as in Among Us. I am looking at a picture of it right now. That's literally the same the Henry Stickmin airship is literally the same airship as in Among Us. I guess I am surprised that you remember playing the Henry Stickmin was such a good game? Nice. You remember playing those games in grade school? Yeah, that definitely seems like a grade school game. I have not played any Henry Stickmin games before, however, so I shall probably play it. Because, well, like, seriously, I didn't really get into games much when I was little. I was more of a book reader. I liked reading books. Although I did actually like playing games. It was just like, I played only the occasional Flash game, and like, it was, I don't know. It's weird. It makes sense. really. The oldest game I remember playing, well, I've got a couple of old games I remember playing actually. The few games I like remember playing a bunch of different games. It's just like there's a lot of them, like, you know, a lot of those games. I like Club Penguin a lot, like the Fuzzies and the fishing mini game. I really like the Club Penguin fishing mini game. Speaking of books, did I see the new FNAF game? I have seen it. I have heard of it. I do not. I am not good with horror, however, so I will be refraining from playing it, probably. Also, I know it's like, apparently someone from the main FNAF universe gets transported into the actual book FNAF universe? It happens. It's fun. And fantastic. And fantastical. I think, probably. But I haven't played it. I'd assume it is. But none of the FNAF games ever really made me want to play them because too much horror. Is not very fun. At least for me. Yeah, I just don't like horror. It's not great. It's not great on my heart, and it's not great on my reactions. If I ever played a horror game with a heart monitor, I think that heart rate would be extremely high. No reason, I just feel like it would be. You've gotten back into reading novels lately, it's been fun? That's cool. Oh, night. That's cool. Also, sorry to the person I haven't said hello to yet, by the way. You are only showing up on screen, you are not showing up on the chat box. Definitely not for everyone. Yeah, that makes sense. But anyways, I need to read some books soon. Books. I like books. They are fun to read. Though a lot of the time, I will read a book and then I will go, nice. I have liked reading books for a lot. I wonder why I stopped. Then I will put down the book mid-read, go into my room or something, and then just, like, look at my phone or watch videos on my tablet. It's not... You're too webfic addicted, you barely read novels anymore? That's definitely fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough. Web novels, fan fiction, stuff like that, all that stuff is really fun to read. And like, I read a lot of that myself, but at the same time, I do want to read novels because novel reading is important. It is important to read novels because it is a thing. Not a thing, but you know, it's really important. You have any favorite authors? I'm not sure who I'd say most. One who I have really liked for a while is, well, of course, Terry Pratchett, you know? He's... Rest in peace, of course. But he was fantastic. He was a fantastic writer. I loved all his works. They were just great. Novels definitely have the edge on pacing editing most of the time. Yes! This is because most novels are professionally edited, unlike most web fiction or fan fiction. Anyways, yeah. Professional editing is very important to get a good story. Like, just generally a pretty good story. It's fantastic. I like fantastic stories. They are just generally pretty great. It happens. It just happens, you know? It's how... Thinking of some things to say. What games has everyone been playing, by the way? I've been playing a bit of Slay the Spire lately. I just figured out what the problem is. Oh, nope. There is a problem here. Apparently, my upload, my bitrate spiked massively for a second there. You wish you could read more often, but you get so sleepy. Yeah, that happens a lot of the time. It's sad. It's genuinely pretty sad that sleep is just like... Sleep can be fun, of course, but at the same time, I don't like sleep taking up so much of my life that I am unable to do things that I want to do, like streaming. And sometimes I sleep not enough, and the next day it will just make me feel like not very good. Not very good at all. It's not great, let me tell you that. Not at all great. Anyway, regardless, yeah. Let's get back onto some Yu-Gi-Oh topics and stuff. Oh yeah, some other topics. So, recently, I have actually decided to, you know, stop eating what I regularly eat for breakfast and instead eat Weet-Bix. Weet-Bix is very good for you. It's pretty great. I like it. I should eat it more often. Like, excuse me, throat is still a bit, you know, from the sickness and all. But as I was saying, Weet-Bix is nice. It's very tasty. Very, very tasty. Slay the Spire is such a fun card game. Yes, that is true. But also, I was laughing at the message above that, which asked, am I AI? Because I am not AI. I am definitely not AI. At least, as far as I know, I'm not an AI. And, well, I know a lot of stuff. I'm not an AI. Like, seriously, though. But yes, Slay the Spire is fun. I like playing the Defect, personally. Defect is a pretty fun character because you just load up on a bunch of powers and stuff. That sounds like something an AI would say. Do you know the answer of... I cannot answer that, like, super quickly, but I can probably figure it out on my own, but I do not know the answer of that. As I have said, I am not an AI. Seriously. It might be possible for me to figure it out in my head, but it'd take me like maybe a minute or two. Don't you know AI are terrible at math? That's true, actually. That is true. Ask artificial intelligence how many R's there are in the word strawberry, or O's there are in the word potato. Quick, someone asked a paradoxical question. Portal told me that stops AIs. Yeah. Portal did indeed show that. But yes, artificial intelligence, if you have seen the thread, there is a thread on Twitter, a very funny thread on Twitter, which is essentially, well, you know, what happens is it says, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I always say the chicken because, like, evolution and stuff like that, but, like, you know, that's, like, kind of obvious, at least to me. But anyways, I am not an artificial intelligence. Thank you for asking. Thank you for thinking about it, but I'm not. I wonder why you even think I am an artificial intelligence, though. Like, seriously, I genuinely have no idea why you would think that. It's just... like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Honestly. Regardless, as I was saying, the thread on Twitter is... There's a thread on Twitter where people ask... There is a thread on Twitter where people ask artificial intelligence whether or not strawberry has, well, it asks specifically the amount of numbers, the number of R's in strawberry. So, the number of R's in strawberry, as of course everyone should know who knows how to spell strawberry, is 3. But ChatGPT will tell you, oh, no, strawberry has 2 R's. But seriously, I'm not an AI. The only reason I do pauses between sentences and sometimes weird breaths is like, my brain just works like that. And sometimes I just, you know, I just think a little bit about what I have to say next, and sometimes my brain is just in my head and all that stuff. But like, you know, pausing between sentences, that's normal actually. Some people do that, a lot of people do that. You know, like seriously. Speaking completely seriously for a moment, I am not an artificial intelligence. I don't have anything like any computer aside from like my literal brain, which I guess is like the same thing as a biological computer, but like totally different at the same time because of this whole thing with like, I forget what it was, but superluminal structures inside of it. For some reason, like you have to make superluminal structures and then it copies what the brain looks like. But still, not an AI, not an AI, not an AI, not an artificial intelligence, being completely serious here. I just need to have some tea. Tea is very nice. Also, I let the tea get cold, which is annoying. I like tea when it's warmer, not cold. Cold tea is one of my least favorite drinks. Do you know why cold tea is one of my least favorite drinks? Because for some reason, it changes the taste, which tastes really nice when it's hot, to something that just generally tastes bleh. Well, not bleh, but it tastes like below average when it's actually warm. Or like lukewarm, you know? Seriously. It annoys me when I let my tea get this cold because, like, seriously. Cold tea is not very fun. Cold tea is not very fun at all, completely, 100%. I do not like drinking cold tea. I'd much rather drink warm tea because warm tea is very nice. Though scalding tea is not very nice. Scalding tea is exactly the opposite of very nice. Scalding tea is absolutely horrible because it scalds and burns your tongue. Burns your tongue, not burn your tongue. Scalds and burns your tongue. And then for the next couple of weeks, you don't get to taste something. Also, an AI would start the stream on time. Rude. But yeah, if I were an AI, I wouldn't really be so late. That would be just a silly thing to do. If I was an AI, whoever was in charge of me, which there is no one because I am not an AI, would instead of starting the stream already, starting the stream 30 minutes late, and then waiting an extra 20 minutes to get live, would go live immediately and just let the artificial intelligence run. That did not happen. That, like, seriously didn't happen at all. Oh, thanks everyone. But yeah. For games, talking about Slay the Spire. How often am I told I have an AI voice? Not often at all, sorry. Well, actually, I haven't been told that at all, like at all ever before, because that is a totally new thing for me to hear. But I do know I have some problems where I have to, like, pause between sentences and stuff. It's just super frustrating. For some reason, my brain does not like talking on run sentences. Sometimes, after I've practiced for a while and been back to streaming for a while, which I have a couple of weeks off, the past couple of weeks, because I was, sick. I was coughing my lungs out. Well, not necessarily coughing my lungs out, but sniffling, blowing my nose out. Blowing my nose out, that's essentially what it is, but, I had a break. I got a bit rusty. I am now less rusty because I am talking, and it is fun. You really like the Watcher? Very silly character to mess around with. One accidental wrath and you're cooked. Yeah, Watcher is a pretty great character. Also, absolutely overpowered, but generally a pretty great one. The Wrath stance is a lot of fun, but I personally really like going for Divinity. That is very funny, Vatry. That is very funny. But no, that is a very funny conspiracy theory. But no. I am not anything to do with artificial intelligence at all. I personally dislike AI. AI is horrible at everything, and I don't like it. Well, it's a bit less horrible at everything. Also, I have my eyes closed at the moment, so how would I be reading an artificial intelligence thing? It's just really silly, honestly. Vtubers is clearly an AI who tries to find other AIs. Perhaps that is true. I wonder if that is actually the case indeed. Trained on Vtuber watchers, and is an artificial intelligence looking for a next generation artificial intelligence to figure out something. I don't know what exactly. Like I said, still going through it a bit. Still have a bit of symptoms from the sickness. It's not very fun, let me tell you. Suddenly dying. Yeah, that about feels right. That about feels like the correct way to describe it. Am I okay? Yeah, I just might need to rest my voice for a second. It's not great. Let me tell you, being sick really isn't fun. Like, it really isn't fun. When I was sick, I had to lie down all day and have a, tissue box next to me. Why do I forget the words for so many regular things so regularly? I get slightly frustrated that I do that. But yeah, I'm okay. I am totally okay, generally speaking. Or at least, I'm okay other than the occasional coughs that come on, but I don't like coughing, and it's not exactly very good for your throat. Not quite the most fun thing, but I should probably do it more often rather than just laugh and let the coughs come out. Yeah. I wonder why being sick actually makes you have I don't know what my brain was going with there, but anyways, I wonder why being sick makes you have, sleepy days. Well, actually, I know exactly why being sick makes you have sleepy days. It's because your body is repairing itself, your immune system is fighting off everything, stuff like that. It's very important to get your rest if you're sick. And rest is super important if you're not sick as well. Rest is just super important in general, because rest is, well, let's just say rest is what makes it so that you're able to get through the day, obviously. I have no idea why I have gone on to this tangent, but you know what? I'm going to continue going on to this tangent because I think it's funny. So, usually I will rest through the night, which is called sleeping. That's normal. Sleeping, resting through the night. Absolutely regular. But resting during the day is not very regular. Well, actually, it is kind of regular. There are a lot of people who do it, but at the same time, it's not necessarily quite as healthy as, you know, what is my first language? I assume I'm not very fluent in English. Sorry to tell you this, but my first language is English. I am just not very good with words, and my brain takes a long time to remember things that most other brains would take a very short time to remember. Like, for instance, mug. I picked up this mug here, but like, I didn't know what it was called for a second because I had forgotten, because I usually just think about it as a cup. I have a mug in my hand, but it is a teacup, essentially a cup for tea, but it is called a mug, and I don't think of that word that often. I also have a bowl. I know about bowls. My brain is just not very good at remembering things. I don't know why. I don't know how. For some reason, it is just something that happens to me, unfortunately. But hey, better than nothing, right? Completely better than nothing. Regardless of that, it's pretty fun to just talk about random stuff. Sometimes I'll forget the names of things, of course, but that's just how my brain works. I think it's an ADHD thing, actually. I don't know. It's weird. It is almost certainly an ADHD thing, actually. I don't know the exact specifics, but not remembering names of things very well is definitely an ADHD thing. Or it could be all the head trauma I had as a child. Because I did have a bit of head trauma as a child. Let me tell you, it was not very fun. And a bit of head trauma even now, as an adult, too. It's not quite so fun to get head trauma. Well, I mean, obviously it's not quite so fun to get head trauma, but like, I don't think I broke my brain or anything. I think it is just an ADHD thing. I shall have to look it up, though. Is forgetting the names of common, everyday things a thing in ADHD? Yes, apparently it's a common occurrence in ADHD. Forgetfulness is a symptom of ADHD that is related to inattention. They typically lose objects they need for schoolwork or daily life, forget about tasks, activities, and appointments, not importance, and are easily distracted by present thoughts, people, items, or tasks. Some claim... but anyways, yeah, basically, forgetting the name of regular objects is pretty normal. Did I have a lot of head trauma as a child? Can I say ara ara, mommy? Ara ara. I suppose. Hopefully that's good enough for you. Ara ara. Still, regardless. Human memory is odd. You can remember your full goatee combo lines, but not friends' birthdays. That is true! I can do an entire Yu-Gi-Oh combo in my head right now. I will actually narrate it to you completely off the cuff. So, I will do the Snake Eye Fiendsmith standard one-card combo. So, normal summon Snake Eye Ash, search Poplar, special summon Snake Eye Poplar, add from deck to hand, Snake Eye Divine Temple, activate Temple, place Snake Eye Diabellstar, Snake Eye Ash effect, send Snake Eye Diabellstar and Ash, special summon Snake Eye Arc. Arc effect, revive Snake Eye Ash. Snake Eye Arc effect, send Arc and Poplar, summon from deck Flamberge. Poplar effect, place Snake Eye Diabellstar. Snake Eye Diabellstar, special, place Arc. Link Snake Eye Arc. No, link Snake Eye Ash and the Snake Eye Diabellstar into Moon of the Closed Heaven. Moon into Requiem. Requiem into Fiendsmith Engraver. Link for 2. Fiendsmith Sequence. Effect of Flamberge, revive Ash Poplar. Sequence effect, summon from extra deck Lacrima. Lacrima effect, add back Engraver. Discard Engraver. Search Fiendsmith's Tract. Activate Fiendsmith's Tract. Search Larry. Discard Larry. Special Larry. Link 1 for Link 1 for Relinquished Animal with Larry. Link for 3 Celine. Link use Celine's effect, revive Snake Eyes Diabellstar. Link for 4 Appaloosa. Link for a link to IP. Link for shuffle back to revive Engraver. Link for a link 3 Promethean. Promethean effect, revive Flamberge, place IP. Link the revived Engraver or whatever you didn't link off that's not the Flamberge that you revived, and the Promethean into a Nightmare Phoenix underneath the Appaloosa. It is very fun. You're quite impressed. I really know my Snake Eyes combos. Yeah, I tend to have a bit of good things. It is very fun. Like, you know, I tend to have a lot of spring stuff with Yu-Gi-Oh! I can remember a lot of cool combos. And also I can make up cool combos in my head. Like I make up a Rescue Ace Snake Eye one. Well, a Rescue Ace Fiendsmith one, but I don't want to... Well, actually, I definitely could talk about because Rescue Ace Fiendsmith is a very good deck. What you described right now is why I stopped playing Master Duel. The combo lines are insane. Yeah, they're pretty insane. They're a lot more difficult than some people tend to think, because I have seen a lot of people talking about how, oh, this is so easy. This deck is so easy to figure out. But nope. It is not at all easy to figure out these decks. The combo lines are just generally pretty difficult to go and figure out, you know? It's not great. It's not great at all. Anyways, I find clever combos fun though. And by clever combos, I mean complicated combos. Did you know that I actually almost made up a full combo line myself? Well, actually almost. By almost, I mean absolutely made up a full combo line myself. That was kind of ridiculous. It was pretty cool. It was used in some competitive decks actually. And I also used it in my competitive decks. But then I also played a bunch of other stuff. It's just, you know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fun. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it is the singular most fun thing in the world for me to play. And I like it a great amount, you know? It's great. It's just great. It's a great game. I love it. I love it so much. I could almost cry. Well, actually, no, I probably couldn't almost cry. Wow, was the combo line? It wasn't anything too special. It was just like something with a couple of different things, you know? It really wasn't too special at all. But still, regardless, it was a fun combo. Ended on a full board way earlier than, you know, a lot of other stuff came out. It was kind of hilarious. Well, you're gonna go to sleep now because it's 5 a.m. here. Bye, Mrs. Non-AI. Bye-bye, Vtubers. Bye-bye, Have a good sleep and a fantastic day tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful time wherever you are in the world with your general life, you know. I'm being a bit silly, but you know what I mean. Anyways, regardless, I am having a lot of fun talking about stuff. Just random stuff. You know, my stuff is fun. I could have said something much better than that. Maybe I'll be helped by the addition of a little friend I like to keep on my bed. Yes, I stream in the same room as my bed. Yes, I stream in my bedroom. Yes, it does make it significantly easier for me to actually get up and stream as compared to, like, sleeping somewhere else from where I stream. Although, at the same time, it does get very frustrating because I do not like actually staying up way too late at night because the computer has its thingy on, or there's something bright on the computer, you know? Like, seriously. Even if I turn off the computer, a lot of the time, my mouse and keyboard, which are LED based, will remain on regardless. And the lights showing if I forgot to turn off my main monitor, which, by the way, excuse me, by the way, my main monitor has this thing where if you shut down the computer, you can't shut the monitor off. Unfortunately, it is extremely frustrating. Do you know why this is? Because the little light on the computer monitor keeps flashing. It just non-stop flash, 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 flash. That's essentially what it does, and I don't find that very fun to have to go to sleep while looking at. It's not very bright, but in the middle of the night, something doesn't have to be very bright to be frustrating and make it more difficult to go to sleep. Also, speaking of another thing, there is my audio interface. It is a Rode Streamer X audio interface. I should probably get a new audio interface since, like, I'm basically using none of the features, but it has a lot of cool features, like it can do a soundboard, like an air horn, maybe get a power strip. I already have a power strip, but my computer is kind of cluttered. Could I cover it with a towel or something? I think that would be one of the best ways to solve it, but at the same time, I worry that I might actually, you know, accidentally make it go on fire. There's also
this, which pitches my voice up.
even though it's already pretty high. And this, which is a censor beat, so like you can say stuff like on stream. I didn't actually say anything, I said swearing on stream. And there's also this
voice disguise,
which is a bit silly. There's music. There's crickets. There's applause. There's this, which is the trombone that's like... You already know what that trombone is because, like, it's definitely something I know a lot of people have heard before when watching TV shows or watching cartoons and stuff. It's very weird. I could be a DJ, I guess. That would be very, very silly, though. I already laugh a bunch when I use the air horn too many times. I am making myself laugh. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. I just know it does. And that's good enough for me. It's fantastic. You want a bunch of that stuff? A bunch of this, a bunch of that. A bunch of things, you know? It's fun. Just it's fun, I guess. In general, it's really fun doing silly stuff like silly noises. Like that, yeah. At the same time, I hope it's not too loud for the stream, actually. Actually thinking about it, I'm checking it and it actually shouldn't be too loud for the stream. It only goes into the green spot and maybe a little up into the yellow, so it should be all around fine. Should be. Anyways, regardless of that, yeah, games. Slay the Spire, of course. I have been playing Slay the Spire lately. I don't know why, but it's been a lot of fun. Well, actually, I do know why. And the reason why is because I have been watching Northern Lion play Slay the Spire, and I like watching Northern Lion play Slay the Spire. Northern Lion is a very fun person to watch play video games because a lot of the time he'll be like, oh, I am just doing this, and then he just completely messes up and he's all like, oh no, what am I doing? And he makes all these hilarious anecdotes and stuff, and you know what I mean. He's hilarious. He's amazing. An amazing streamer and gamer and video maker, although I got into him because of his Binding of Isaac videos, and like, I honestly actually watched all of his Binding of Isaac videos. Like, a lot of the time, the air horn is a good volume, the sensor's a tad loud though. Oh, I can probably fix that, I think. Apparently I cannot fix that. Sorry, I'm a fellow member of the Lion Pack. True, indeed. Northern Lion is hilarious. He's just great. My favorite videos of My favorite Northern Lion content, honestly, is the content where NL just like goes through and does so many hilarious quiplash jokes and stuff and plays Jackbox. Also doggies. NL is such a solo streamer. Indeed he is. He's fantastic. So many anecdotes, so many fantastic different stories, so many different things he likes to talk about that are all amazing. And also, I should probably get a drink of water. Water is also important, chat. Just letting you know. You probably already know because water is very important. It is one of the most important things ever. Wow, the water itself is surprisingly less cold despite the air conditioning being on and making the metal itself really cold. Though, to be fair, it is essentially a thermos bottle. It's the Yeti water bottle, to be clear. Like, it's massive. And I also managed to somehow dent it, which I think is probably an achievement that not a lot of people have managed. I don't know how I dented it, though. It's kind of silly. But, you know, I just like having a massive water bottle because it's much easier to remember to drink water if you have a massive water bottle. You mostly watch him through his library fan channel these days. His library fan channel is pretty great. It is pretty amazing. I love it. Though the vast majority of the time, I tend to either watch his full streams. How the hell did I do I don't know. I really don't know how I dented a Yeti bottle. I did though. I will show you. I will take a picture and share it on Twitter sometime because if what you're saying is correct, that is apparently quite the achievement. I really don't get it, you know? But hey, it's all good. I like Yeti bottles though, or at least I like my Yeti bottle. I wish it was a nicer color, but at least I can put cute stickers on it if I need to. I don't have any cute stickers for it right now, but like, I could easily get them after, you know, maybe after a couple of weeks though. Did a car run over it maybe? No car running over it. It's just a regular Yeti water bottle. Just a regular bottle. Nothing special except that I managed to somehow get a big dent in it. Well, not a big dent, it's a small dent, and also it's actually the shape. It's, well, you won't believe me actually, so I won't say what shape it is in. I'll take a picture instead, because it is in a very interesting shape. But still, I like my Yeti water bottle. I also have a little friend on my bed here that I usually keep on my bed here. One of my plushies. I have several. They are adorable plushies. Maybe I like plushies a bit too much, but I just like plushies. It's great. Also, if you hear the dogs in the background, they're just playing. They are having a ton of fun playing together. Also, something great about my new microphone. Did you know my old microphone, when I used to move it, always was like, wah, wah, I am making a lot of noise. But now my new microphone, my SM7B, I mean, obviously, when I move it, it's like... It doesn't make a sound. Although I guess that makes sense for an SM7B, since SM7Bs are supposedly very quiet microphones. Blah. Regardless, I have a question for you about things that you microwave, by the way, because, well, a lot of the time I like to eat microwaved food and microwave stuff, and, well, like, just microwaving stuff is pretty important for a regular food eating time. But at the same time, you probably don't want to microwave everything. But that's not what I'm talking about anyways. What I am talking about is when you microwave something and it needs to go in a bowl, do you put the bowl on a plate? Or do you keep the bowl in and just put it in by itself and use a tea towel or something to pick it up? I'm curious because I have tried both, and I think I prefer putting a bowl in with a plate, but I could get putting a bowl in without a plate. Because it's just much easier to put a bowl in with a plate. Just raw dog. Just raw dog. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You air fry everything you can these days? Interesting. I actually don't have an air fryer, but my parents think there's not enough space in the house for it, so that's probably a fair point. But at the same time, I do want to get an air fryer so I can make healthier meals, and meals that taste nicer than microwaving it, and meals that are easier to make than putting it in the oven, because, you know, you tend to put a plate over the bowl so it doesn't spill over the bowl. Interesting. Usually I tend to use cling wrap when I'm putting something in the microwave, though at the same time I know that's not necessarily the most safe thing, considering what I have heard lately. But it is still, you know, much easier. Much easier. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Also, by the way, chat, speaking of other Twitter things, I'm on Twitter right now, just scrolling it a little, and like, have you seen all the recent trends recently? The recent trend recently. You know what I mean. Have you seen the recent trend that, you know, the recent trend of posting different country mikus? Because I really like that trend. It's kind of hilarious looking at all the different mikus. There are also multiple Australian mikus, which I like. They're kind of hilarious and amazing and great. Da 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 da. But really, you have seen that actually. Some of them are really cute. Yes, some are really adorable. There is also one which I've seen while scrolling, which has Miku in a... Miku is in an airport at the, you know, the thingy, which is like, it started with Brazilian Miku, right? Right, yeah. Brazilian Miku, it started with that. Although Brazilian Miku is actually a pretty old meme, as far as I know. Brazilian Miku's like a couple years old, I think. Brazilian Miku. She's definitely... Brazilian Miku is definitely a lot older than you would... On June, yeah. Brazilian Miku was in June, but every country's Miku is apparently in right now. But what I am talking about is the Miku picture where Hatsune Miku is essentially at a checkpoint, an airport checkpoint, and the airport guards are inspecting her thing, and then the airport, and she's got handcuffs on, and the airport guard tips upside down her bag, and out of her bag falls like 20 different passports. It's so dumb, but I love it. I love it. I love things that make fun of trends like that. Especially in ways that aren't, like, insulting to the original trend. But are just taking, you know, are just taking stuff. But are just taking things in a way that's a bit silly, not at all mean to insult, just being like, hey, wouldn't this be funny if this was the case? Like, wouldn't this be funny if Miku actually committed passport fraud? Is that a thing, actually? Passport fraud. Yeah, passport fraud. I think that... yeah, passport fraud. Maybe. Maybe it's fraud, maybe it's something different. But you know what I mean. Papers, Please has taught you it definitely is. Yeah. Papers, Please is really fun. I haven't played it yet, but I do know it is a very good game. I know it's a fantastic game, actually, as a matter of fact. Like, seriously. Papers, Please is like one of the top games of all time. It's just like, well, one of the top point-and-click games of all time, technically. I don't know if it's a proper point-and-click game, though. But regardless, it is fun. It is very fun. You know what else is fun? A Hat in Time. That is something that I really want to get back to playing because I got up to the point in the game where a lot of people, like, don't really tell you about or you don't really hear about. Because most people like to think about the early levels of the game, like the mafias, the thing with the mafias, the birds, and the, of course, Snatcher. But I don't think I've ever seen anyone seriously playing the, you know, the level that I've been playing the last couple weeks. It's a fun level. I like it. It is pretty great. Fun and fantastic. But it's scary horror, a hat in time. Oh, it's not that scary. I don't think it's that scary, at least. Not to me. I like a hat in time. It is fun. Not quite horrific, but fun. Fun. Fantastical. If anything, I like it a lot. Pup. I love my pups. Oh. Didn't I turn off the sound? Oh yeah, right. Yes, I did indeed turn off the sound. I did indeed. Well, no, I actually didn't turn the sound off. I took my headphones off. That level was definitely super scary horror. That level was absolutely really scary. Way too scary. But, you know. It is fun. Beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. You know, I don't know why sometimes I have so much trouble talking for a long while after I've had a little break. Well, actually, I kind of do. It's because I've gotten rusty, probably. And getting rusty means that you're unable to talk for a significant amount of time, but it doesn't mean that you're to try your best. Because I am gonna try my best at this. At doing all of this. At talking and having fun. Having fun talking. Talking is really fun though. Like seriously, it's really fun. Da 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 da. Anyways, I might finish up a bit early today because, you know, it's easy to trip over words if you're thinking about what you're saying too much. I suppose that's true, or not. I suppose that is true. But still, thank you everyone for coming along. I think I'll finish up a bit early today. But seriously, thank you everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all enjoyed just the chatting and random stuff. Because it was great. It was just great. I also need to stop thinking so much about what I need to say and what I'm talking about. Because if I think too much about what I talk about, then I get lost off track and stuff, you know? Like, my brain is just like, oh, this is going to happen. And then I think, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should talk about this instead in my brain. And then I try to talk about that, but instead my brain is like, you're not quite going to do very much. But anyways, hope to see you all on Friday this afternoon. Bye, Pico, everyone, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. And I'll see you all on Friday in the afternoon for me, or late night for most of you. Bye, Pico. Bye, Pico. Bye, Pico.